This house is cleansed. Welcome, guys, to Think About It Review Spoiler Edition, and we are talking Poltergeist. They're been here. Because I see the... Look at that. Mud. They've been here. They've been here. Mud. There's mud all over the damn floor. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so basically, we're talking Poltergeist spoiler review. I'm assuming you saw the film, so this is basically what I thought was great, what I thought wasn't so great, and my overall thoughts. So here's my thoughts. Honestly, I when I went into this film, I was like just kind of calm, you know? I didn't have really any thoughts or feelings for this film, especially when I saw the trailer. I just went into it and said, let's see if this is good or not. Got in there, and you know what? I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself quite a bit, honestly. When I was watching this film, I did think the direction was really great. There was certain... the daughter, though. I think the daughter is what really got to me. The older daughter. She's really there only to lose the kid. Her younger sister, Madison, I believe, or Maddie. She's only there to babysit and lose her, basically, and to destroy that TV at the end and go nut shit crazy. And also to introduce the character of Kerrigan, because Kerrigan's on this TV show where he does paranormal activity. It was very interesting, as well as Sam Rockwell and his wife were basically saying, we got to go to the cops. Well, she was telling them, we got to go to the cops. We got to go to the cops. And he's, pretty much telling her, what the fuck are we going to say? Our daughter's been taken by TV. What are we going to say? So I guess that explanation of the cops not being there was okay. It was all right. But that does not excuse the absence of the neighbors, all this shit, the fucking house, everybody's screaming, the little kids trapped on a tree yelling for help. No neighbors goes to check to see it's fine. Maybe they thought, it happens all the time. Who gives a rat's ass? Let them deal with it. Maybe that's the case. But overall, I was just like, that kid is in the tree. Somebody go out there, please. So, I want to do it. I'm too busy playing Naruto Ninja Storm. It's kind of boring, honestly. But anyway, so, that was a little interesting. I did the clown scene. I hate clowns. But I did like how they just kind of, pretty much about when they the kid finds all the clowns in the attic, basically. Or he's led to where all the clowns are. And the dad goes in there, Sam Rockwell's like, what the fuck? It's a bunch of clowns. Who the hell has a bunch of clowns? I did like the fact that how the clowns were introduced in this film instead of, the kid loves clowns. Now he has that creepy ass clown right there sitting on right next to his bed. Yeah, like anybody wants to buy Annabelle. So I did like how they introduced the clowns and basically the dad leaving the clown on the one dresser. And I love the sound effects that were happening, the sound mixing in here. And especially with all the clowns moving around, you hear the little footsteps. And you also see that one clown just flop to the ground. I did like that. It's a little subtle kind of scene, but I did like that as well. I thought the kids were great. I thought Madison and Griffin were great. I thought, the little girl, she was adorable. She was adorable. And she said her name. Dumbass. Dumbass. I loved how she was calling everybody a dumbass. The son was a little bit of a weenie. Come on. We all said... Nightlight, and how old are you? He was a little bit of a weenie. But after this, he's going to be a bigger weenie. I'd be scared out of my mind. Every house I'd be stepping into. But... honestly, I think what was also awesome about that him being a weenie and then him leaving his sister behind, like, bye, bitch. Bye, I'm gone. Him leaving his sister behind and then him getting redemption at the end. I thought that was cool. That was a great brother and sister moment as well. If I was him, I would never leave my brother or sister behind, even at that age. But he was scared in this, so it's understandably. And I did like how the redemption factor at the end, where he just, at the original, I believe it was the dad that went in. I can't really... it's cloudy. I think it was the dad. But I do want to say the mom. But I'm pretty sure it was the dad that went in to save his daughter. But I love how the brother, basically Griffin, the little kid, basically everybody's like, where the fuck is Griffin? Where the fuck is that little... I left him at the fucking mall, lost him there. Now I'm losing him here. But no, I love the fact where, the mom and dad, Sam Rockwell and his wife goes upstairs and he's like, "Oh, I left her behind. I gotta go get her." And then Sam Rockwell looks at him like, and then his mom looks at him like, "We love you." And I love how the kid just looks at them and says, "I know." No, he doesn't say that. But he goes after his sister and he grabs her. And I did like the use of technology in this film, like I said in my previous review, especially with the drone. Even though how the hell is the drone still working when all the ghosts were pretty much taking out all the technology, making it fuzzy and shit? So I don't know why the camera was working on that drone. But I did like the use of the drone. And I love the part where when we get introduced with Jared Harrison's character, Kerrigan, and Kerrigan is like, "Oh, how do you operate this drone?" And Griffin's like, "Well, I could do it for you. I'm pretty good at it." And, Kerrigan's like, "Nah, I think I'll manage it." And I love the callback, and he can't fucking operate the shit, so he has a little kid do it. I did like that part as well. Sam Rockwell really nailed. I really like his just personality. He was the best thing in Iron Man 2, honestly, and he is really great in here as well. Except sometimes when I say phoning it in, there's sometimes I wanted him to get a little bit more emotional. Like, dude, your kid is gone. Give me something. And you saw him break down a little bit here and there, but not enough where I'm like, he's not freaking out. He's not freaking out for the fact that there's a lot of shit going on in this house. He's just freaking out the fact that there is no pizza for his daughter to eat and that the pizza sucked. But yeah, I guess they explain a little bit of it when, the wife is telling him, "I need you to tell me that everything's going to be okay. That's your job." So, but I just felt like he phoned it in just a little bit, but I did think he did pretty good as well. Especially when he was talking to Kerrigan at the very end, when Kerrigan says, I gotta do, or when they're holding onto the rope. He's like, "I trust you, man. I trust you. So I'm trusting you with this shit." Kerrigan, let's talk about the ending real quick. Kerrigan saying he has to do this and lead everybody to, all those people who have resentment, the spirits, to the light. How the fuck did he get out? Because if you stayed at the end of the, not at the end of the credits, but the credits are playing, the mid credits, so to speak, and him and the paranormal activity leader, the chick who's basically his ex-wife, they come back together and they get back together and they do this show. And I think they get back together. I'm pretty sure they get back together. That's after the events, and they're still doing a show, and she's involved. But how the fuck did he get out of that? How did he get out of it? That's all the question. That's the one question I want to know. How the hell did he get out of it? He said he'll find a way, but how the fuck did you get out of it? How the hell did you not get sucked or go to the light with everybody else? I don't know. Oh, maybe he just how the hell did he get them to the light? I thought he said it was only supposed to be pure and I don't know. Well, whatever. But the tree scene, I thought the tree scene was okay. I think the original did it better, if I remember. It just felt more creepier and stuff in the original. This one, it did look a little bit CGI, and then when he's pulling the kid, but overall it was okay. The scares in here, like I said, they're just pop-up scares, just like they're trying to add tension and build up, but then they pop up, just either it's the dad sneaking behind or this and that. It's just your cliche type of scares, so there wasn't... That's kind of a downer. Honestly, I wanted it to be a little bit more scarier, a little bit more creepier. But there's some elements, especially with the little girl in the closet, and he's like, "Nah, Madison, daughter." And then she looks, it's not her. That's a little weird. I will say, though, that shadow scene, I did like the fact that how the lights, the light would be, just moving, into a little orb. So, it'd be light, right? There'd be a light, and then it just have this little orb, and then just make a little orb and just start going through the house and stuff. I thought that was really cool. I love the shadow scene where you see Madison or Maddie's shadow, and she's running around trying to escape these spirits, and then she goes upstairs, and that's when Sam Rockwell follows her up. I really like that scene. I think that scene really just was really awesome. I really, really loved that scene. But overall, that's basically all. I gotta say, the kid on the paranormal team when he drops the fucking tool and he's trying to grab it. I mean, come on, dude. You know shit's going down. That chair didn't swing all the way to the damn wall for no reason. But I mean, there's a lot of things wrong, or a lot of things that you can question, a lot of things that could have been better in this film. But all in all, I enjoyed it. I thought, like I said, I thought the family was great. I thought the wife and Sam Rockwell, Rosemary and Sam Rockwell, were great together. I thought they had great chemistry. I thought the humor that they had was nice. Some of the humor that Sam Rockwell gives was funny as well. I just enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. The pacing, like I said, was a little off. It lagged a little bit in the middle, especially once she gets taken, so to speak, or before she gets taken too. Just little bits and parts, where it just kind of feels like, okay, and then when they go to the paranormal team and they're setting everything up for this final kind of confrontation of the spirits. What a bitch, huh? That one chick, how she says, oh, in a nicer neighborhood, like the cemetery. I'm like, what was wrong with the neighborhood? The neighborhood's pretty nice. It's nicer than my damn neighborhood. So overall, though, I did enjoy it. There's parts I liked. There's parts I disliked. But for a horror film, did it do its job? It didn't do its job scaring me. I don't think it was going to scare a lot of people here. Maybe there's one moment that kind of like made me go, ugh. And that's when the kid was following the ball, and then that closet is like right there. And then, he turns back and there's a bunch of his comic books raised up. That kind of took me by a little bit surprised. I don't know why or how. But does it scare you? No. Will you be entertained? I think you'll be entertained. And I think you'll appreciate the fact that this is directed pretty well. I think some of the shots are really nice to look at and really are kind of bold. Not bold, but... he did not, he didn't play it safe. He wanted to make this thing a little bit more unique. So I thought that was great. I don't know how much of shot for shot it is for the original. It felt like these people, they did take a lot of elements from the original, but felt like they did some things a little bit different. So I think they did its job for a remake. I think it did its job. I think people will enjoy this. If you don't want to pay for it, that's fine. Go check it out. I do suggest you rent it, but I do recommend you watch it in a movie theater if you want to go date night or just overall just want to see a horror flick or something, a paranormal flick. Honestly, so I think it is worth watching. I think you should check it out, honestly. I do recommend it. So thank you guys for listening. Like I said, these videos are just basically my thoughts on the matter. If you want to go watch a film, go watch it. That's up to you. You're going to go watch it anyways. It's just what I thought about it, and I just want to hear what you guys thought about it. So when you saw this film, comments below with spoilers, so let me know what you thought about, what you liked about it, what you disliked about it. Do you think it's better than the original, or do you think it's just fails miserably? If you think it's just the most awful movie, that's fine. Let me know why. I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys for listening. Like I say, buy a ticket, grab a seat, get some good popcorn to eat. I will see you at the cinema. More movies to come. Jurassic World, baby. Maybe. I don't know.